Check. Oh, you classy, classy boy. Boys playing from the white tees.
Hello there, my name is John McCarthy. Ever so glad you could join me for this round of golf here on PGA Tour 2K25. And we're at the Quail Hollow Club today. Glad you brought me along here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Here we go, let's have a nice round. All right, let's launch this into the atmosphere, preferably hitting the fairway. And he's around 185 yards out from here. Here's their 7-iron. You might need a club or two extra from here. This is really deep.
What?
This was leaning to the right. What's unlucky? Missed the green on that approach. And from the green side, sand. Looking for an up and down here.
That's hot. That's it.
Ooh, and your friend's in the bunker here. Let's see what happens. Here's your fourth shot.
This fucking
okay,
game.
from the green side, sand. Hopefully we get up and down from here. Okay, just checking in to see if you want to concede this hole to your opponent. Not a great chance of winning this hole, so good way to keep this match flowing. And your friend's one up on you after that first hole. And the second hole, we have a par 4. Let's go. And he will wind up in the second cut. Looking forward to see what you do here.
Oh boy.
Yikes. Here's our second shot on hole number 2. Safely on the green. Okay, coming out of the second cut. Could be dicey. Let's see what he does. Go potential birdie. An uphill putt. Moving right to left. Well, that one could have used a bit more pace. Okay, and if he sinks this next putt, he will go 2 up. All right, that one's going to go down, and he will take the hole. Yeah, that hole was a bit of a loss. Let's make up for it on the next one, maybe. Okay. Hi there, my name's John McCarthy, and I want to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Let me tell you, things are fixing to get fun right now. We are playing the match play today. This is going to be a good one. Let's go. Okay, let's see what you got here. Whoops, that's not great. And second shot here on the first. Well, I hope this one holds on to the fairway. It's good to get used to the rough. Escaping the rough is always tough sometimes, so we're just practicing. I get it. This one might be coming up short out of the sand. Setting up here just in the light rough. Well, you might not have enough out of the rough here. Okay, this is his third. And they've chosen the pitching wedge. Oof, right by with the chip. Hi there, my name's John McCarthy, and I am pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25.
George Foreman just died.
Forward to see what goes down out there today. Today we'll begin with a par 4 first hole. All right, let's launch this ball into the fairway and take it from there. Okay, full send, let's go. And this one's around 140 yards to the pin.
Jake just hit the piss out of that ball. Look at that.
We're going to the sand. A little off on that approach, but that's okay. Let's see what his second shot looks like. Okay, this one is just plugged up. Plugged right in that bunker. Let's see how you do. How are you? And this putt's going to put him one up. And this one looks like it's kind of moving from the left to the right. And he gets it to drop. That's his birdie. And your friend is just one up after that hole. All right, we got a par 3 on the second hole here. They've gone with the 7-iron. Okay, let's see what you do here. Left, heading left. And from the greenside sand, let's have a nice out here.
It's fucking fantastic.
Oh my, almost in with the chip. Oh, it almost went. Here's an 11-footer. This one starts off straight enough and then heads to the right, I think. Well, we will take that, won't we? Your opponent is conceding that putt. So let's head to the next. All right, he gets it to go, and that will win the hole. All right, your opponent is 2 up for the match. Okay, par 4 here on this third hole. Okay, give this a smash. Good job. Looks like he's got around 145 yards to go here. This one's about 110 yards from the pin. And there's a bit of a downslope around the pin. You got to be careful of that. I'm okay with that. And 22 feet from the cup. I think we got a bit of a tilt to the right on this putt. Well, this one's on a line. Continuing. Oh, and it doesn't go down. No. And here he is setting up for this putt. If it drops, he goes 3 up. It looks like this one's breaking to the left. He's got that one to drop, and that will win the hole. Well, we'll have to move on from that. You lost the hole, but more to play. Okay, stepping onto this tee of the 4th hole, and we have a par 4. Have a good tee shot. Yes, that's a good swing. And here he goes, coming out of the deep stuff on this one. And second shot here on the 4th. We're on the green with that one. Well done. All right, he's got a very long putt. Can he do it? We'll find out soon. But I think it's breaking to the left. Looks like he's put it on a good line. Oh, and the putt misses. He did well to get it there, though. All right, sink this one and you'll win the hole. Yeah, I think this one's breaking to the left. Oh, it's always tough leaving them short. Yeah, he can have that one. That's just a baby putt. We'll head to the next hole now. All right, now if you want to have the hole, you've got to make this putt. Okay, that hole's going to be halved. And the 5th hole, we have a par 5. All right, let's send it.
Oh boy.
Well, that's too bad. Might be in trouble on this one. And let's see what he does here. He's got around 245 yards to go. And the ball is above your feet on this one. Keep that in mind. Here we go. This is for birdie. So it looks like it has a little bit of a break to the left. Oh, what do we have here? Not a bad result from that distance. And if this next putt goes down, he's going to go to 4 up. Ooh, looks like he's put it on a pretty good line. Oh, and he makes it. And after that hole, your friend is 4 up for the match. All right, here we go. Par 5, 6th hole. And let's see what you do off the tee here. Oh man, there's a drive. Just smashed it. And here he is in the fairway bunker. He's hitting out of the beach here now. Let's see what goes down. And looking short from the sand on this one. And here's our second shot on the 6th. Well, your approach is heading a little leftward. And he's got about, I'd say 145 to the pin.
Oh, dear God. It does.
Okay, he needs this to save par. Looks like a right to left break. Oh no, it's right by the hole. He's got a 9-footer here. All right, conceding another putt. Let's head on to the next. Okay, this putt and you can win the hole. And good work on that last hole. You're gaining on your friend. That's the main thing. Got a right to left breeze on this hole. Didn't sound like your purest of strokes. That's just
Rolling
too
back
bad.
down the hill.
And he's just about ready to tee off. Let's see how he does.
210-yard drive.
Okay, here's our second shot here on the 7th hole. Hopefully this will bounce to the left.
That's it.
This one's about 145 yards away. Let's go in towards the rough. Godspeed, my friend. Very long putt ahead. All right, maybe next putt we can drop it. This next putt is a par putt for him. I think this one's going to go a bit to the left. Ooh. Just 4 feet left on this one. Okay, your opponent gave you that putt and you'll win the hole. Let's go to the next. And your friend's 2 up for the match after that hole. And the 8th hole laid out right in front of us here. Let's see what we can do.
Oh.
Well, that's all right. We'll get on the green next time. And let's see how this hole goes down for him.
Slinging.
And here's their 4-iron. And he has rolled into the heavy rough. Okay, second shot here on the 8th hole. Okay, this putt's for your par. I think we got a left to right break here. Ooh, that's too bad. Gonna have to settle for the bogey, I guess. And if this next putt drops, he's gonna go 3 up. Ooh, and he gets that to go for par. All right, well, didn't really get much on that hole. Let's try this next one. All right, the first 9 ends with a par 4. Bunker bound. All right, let's go. Pound this one out there. Yeah, that was a good swing. Well done. All right, just barely into this first cut, and you're all right. Here's our second shot on the 9th. This one might be coming up short from the rough. That's okay. No worries. We'll be on the green soon enough. All right, let's see what he does out of the bunker. This one from the sand might be short. And let's get out of this beach here.
There you go, Garrett. You see how tough that is to hit?
Oh, how close was that one? Let's see how this shapes up. This is his third shot. Oh my goodness, that almost dropped. He might pull away even further with this next putt. This one to go to 4 up. Okay, that one's in there. He's won this hole. And after that one, your friend is 4 up for the match. All right, the 10th hole here is a par 5. All right, let's send this ball away. Yeah, that's unlucky. Well, not the purest of strokes. All right, setting up here deep in the spinach.
Play it fucking safe.
That's safe. And he's sitting right in the beach. Let's see how he can make his escape.
Dog.
This one's 17 feet. And it looks like this one's going pretty hard right to left. Oh, man. And he could go to 5 up here pretty quick. Let's see what happens. Okay, he's going to win the hole with that one. Well, that hole didn't really go our way, did it? All right, par 4 here on the 11th hole. Oh my, splash. Okay, time to send it. Unlucky. Five iron on display for this one. And setting up here in a fairway bunker.
Oh my fucking god! I tried to hit a draw.
Might be short here from the sand.
I tried to have a close
here.
club
All
face.
the bunkers.
Cool.
And we will be putting now. Let's forget about that bunker and move on. And if he sinks this, he goes to 6 up. Looks like this one's taking a break to the left. And it drops. And after that one, your friend is 6 up for the match. And we're on the 12th hole. We got a par 4. Well, looking forward to this hole. That was a good one. Okay, about 230 yards from here. This approach is heading right at the pin.
What? Take it.
See you later to that ball. And he's coming out of the deep rough here. Okay, you've got this to win the hole. This is an uphill putt moving right to left. That's well done from there. Maybe we'll get the next one to go. And from this incredible distance, it's going to be interesting to see what he pulls out here. This one seems to be tilting left to right. Okay, your opponent has chosen to concede this hole. We are heading to the next. And taking your friend down a peg after that hole. That's good work. Heads up, wind's going right to left on this one.
What the fuck?
Well, that one's goodbye. And let's see how he does on this hole. Here's their 8-iron. Setting up here in the deep stuff. Okay, we're on the green. Good luck on this one. We've got 16 feet.
I'm so fucking.
Well, that putt will end up short. And if he sinks this next putt, he walks away with the win. Okay, now that you've conceded that putt, this match has come to an end. And your friend has beaten you today. 6 up at the end of this one. That's unfortunate, but maybe next time you'll get him back. And that's going to do it for us here today. Thank you so much for playing, and we'll see you next time. Hello there. It is me, John McCarthy, here to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Can't wait for the golf. I can't stress that enough. I'm very excited about the golf today. And this is going to be a little bit of fun, I think, playing some match play golf. Okay, let's do it. Not an amazing swing. All right, bombs away. Let's hit that fairway. Holy, you just ripped it. He has a chance of winding up in the rough here. He rolls that one into the second cut of rough. Okay, we are about 245 yards out from here. And if you're not careful, this approach could get away from you. Bit of a down slope there. Well, that's just fine golf playing there. That's on the green in under regulation. Well done. Okay, let's see what happens. This is his third. And this putt drops, you can go one up. And this one's breaking pretty hard to the left here. Yeah, I'll take that from that distance.
My putt weighed so bad.
And he's got this left for the bird. I think we got a right to left break on this one. Oh. Okay, this putt to go one up on your friend.
Oh my God.
Oh, just missed that birdie. And let's see, he's setting up now, 2-footer. And that'll drop. Here we go, tapper on in, and we'll head on to the next hole. And getting the old 3-putt par for this hole. And the first hole of this match results in, well, everybody being all square. All right, Justin Thomas teeing it up here. Oh, I think this one's going to chase out a bit further. Okay, let's see what you can do off of this tee. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. It happens. And second shot here on the second hole. Way to go out there, champ. And this one is around 80 yards from the pin. Okay, he's found the deep rough. Ooh, he almost got that to go. He can save his par right here. Let's see what happens. And this one's, I think, going left to right. Ooh, just missed. And this putt to go one up for the match. All right, your opponent gave you the green light to pick up your ball. We can head to the next hole. Teeing it up on the third.
Garrett almost hit a hole in one. What is this pin placement?
Swing didn't feel as clean as I know you can hit it. Okay, JT is teeing it up here. Let's see what he does. Okay, they're going with the pitching wedge here. And second shot here on the third. Well, unfortunate. That's going to get counted as a missed green. And it's going to be all square if they sink this putt. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think we were really going to win this hole anyway. This match is all square after that hole. And this is Justin Thomas on the tee. This one looks pretty good. Should be in the fairway. All right, let's go. Let's launch this one out there. We've got about 215 to go from here. The approach is heading a bit to the right. Okay, he's getting ready to fire away with his second shot. Oh, almost hold it. This ball's a long way from home. Let's see if he can help it get there. All right, you did most of the work. And this putt right here will put him at 1 up. This one looks like it's breaking to the left. Oh, it's going right by. And if he sinks this next putt, he'll go 1 up. This one looks like it has a bit of a break to the right.
That's nuts.
And this is your look at par. And that'll do. And he's looking at this putt here to have the hole. Okay, giving another putt to your opponent. Let's move on. And that hole will be halved. All right, let's see what JT does off the tee here. All right, let's go. And second shot here on the 5th. Now this from 16 feet. Looks like this one will break a bit to the left. And he's got that one to go in the cup. All right, this is for the bird. This one's going up the hill and to the left.
It just shows you need a perfect lap now to ace it. Otherwise, somebody will snatch your grid position away from you.
Yeah, McLaren went out for 2 runs in the final part of qualifying, and they thought that was the best way. But Hamilton and Verstappen just the one run, making the best of the new tyres when the track was at its most grippiest at the end. And Hamilton setting that new lap record here in Shanghai, which was tied, by the way, for the lap record, has been the longest standing lap record on the calendar with Monza. Yeah, go back to 2018 when Sebastian Vettel set that lap record. And it all goes goes a little bit quiet. There's a hush now descending over this circuit and the vast grandstands as Lewis Hamilton, for the first time in his career, pulls a Ferrari onto the pole position. His first ever pole position for his new team, his second ever pole position in a sprint race, and you have to go back to that race in Silverstone, the first sprint we had, for the only other time he started on pole.
And it's the outside of the track, the left-hand side of the track for a right-hander. Yes, you can sweep into that right-hander from that position, but not if somebody is on the inside.
Very interested to see what you have in store for us here.
Turn on his car, pointing towards Lewis Hamilton. His intentions are very clear, look.
Yeah, to try and cut Lewis off as best he can, and it was Verstappen who made the best start in Melbourne just 6 days ago.
And it's also to stop others.
Well, you didn't get the most out of that one.
We're in car number 63.
This is very, very
George
sandy
Russell,
in this.
Great podium for him in the first race in Australia. What can he do? From 5th on the grid, he's never finished in the top 5 in any format when he's been racing here in Shanghai. And Liam Lawson is the last car to pull into his...
And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up on you. Look out.
Grid spot. Nico Hulkenberg will start from the pit lane. Red Bull on the back row and on the front row as well. We have 19 laps coming your way. There's the man with the green flag. We're all set for the sprint here in Shanghai.
Oh, no.
It's lights out and away we go. Hamilton with a better
14
reaction
feet to the
time.
cup from
and
here.
Already Piastri is coming at
Got a
Verstappen.
pretty
Verstappen's
steep
coming at Lewis Hamilton,
left to right
who
break.
leads into the first turn. On the inside, Charles Leclerc just gets a bit compromised by Piastri, and going around the outside, that's George Russell with Lando Norris for company. But Hamilton leads, as he did in the early stages of the sprint last year here in Shanghai, and it's Max Verstappen right behind him.
Come on,
and Norris tried to get around the outside of George Russell.
Double bogey putt. Here we go.
So they're pretty much in
all right,
grid
your
order
opponent's letting you have that putt. Let's head to the next.
And that's Norris getting well out of shape on the outside.
This,
the championship leader losing 2 places.
Well, let's regroup before the next tee. See what we can do there.
He's lost 2 places here, and that was a bad look up there for Lando Norris.
Let's see what old Justin Thomas does with this tee shot.
Charles Leclerc and George Russell making up places with that lock up as down the inside on Lando Norris. Tries Fernando Alonso, nothing doing into turn 10.
This is the trouble when you fall back into the pack for Norris at the moment. You're out of sync with everybody around you, and he's been
going to chase out a bit further down the fairway. Watch it go.
The start Lando Norris was looking for, not the start at all.
All right, bombs away.
And he's got it all to do from there to score some precious championship points. Hamilton easing away a little bit from Max Verstappen, who is massively eased away from Oscar Piastri.
That's no fun. He wound up in the deep stuff.
The Racing Bulls.
He's got 110 yards to go here. Let's see what happens.
Having a little look on the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll, can't get quite past him into the hairpin. Russell is through, and George Russell up into 4th place. Not a good start from him. Charles Leclerc has dropped down a place as we end the first of 19 laps here. It's Hamilton out in front by 7
Second shot here on the 7th.
Crucially, he's got to get it to over a second.
That green slopes away from it, so this approach could go a little long if you're not careful.
DRS zone behind him.
On board now with Charles Leclerc, who was overtaken by George Russell. Russell just looking a little bit squirrely coming out of turn 3, and Leclerc might
looks like you're a bit off on that approach.
To try and make a run. These two ahead of Yuki Tsunoda and Kimi Antonelli currently in 7th place.
Yeah, so the DRS is enabled, and this means that if Verstappen, he's lost a 10th.
Way to chip that one close. Well done.
Trying desperately to drive
if this
away
drops, he can go to 3 up.
Behind Verstappen, Piastri out of DRS.
This is going to go right to
DRS
left.
On Piastri as well. They won't get the rear wing open down the mighty back straight.
Lando Norris says he's not thinking about the championship at this very early stage in the season.
And as he gets that one to drop, that will win the hole for him.
Could, in theory,
and your opponent is 3 up after that one.
Very good chance of doing that with Norris currently in 9th.
Okay, let's see what Justin Thomas does off of this tee.
For a sprint, but let's see what he can do down the back straight where you can get some overtaking done, and they're all streaming towards 210 miles an hour. Hamilton out in front, nicely into the braking zone. Who's trying to make a move? Nobody has the DRS advantage to get close enough, but here's a little battle. Carlos Sainz and Pierre Gasly. Williams against Alpine.
Going with pitching wedge.
Of the Frenchman.
Well, let's see what you got.
Yeah, it's been a decent start. So Hamilton, new fastest lap of the race already. 1.1 seconds clear. That's the Lewis Hamilton we remember, isn't it?
Yeah.
Leading for Mercedes. Wow. And he's done enough.
A little bit to the right on the approach here.
To Verstappen.
Well, you're not going to hit every green today. That's all right. Here's his second shot.
Shanghai has somewhat energized, it seems, Lewis Hamilton after the disappointments in the race down in Australia in a weekend that he said he was having the best time of his life. He probably was until the lights went out in that particular race. And these two already making a move ahead of Oscar Piastri. He was about 0.3 of a second slower than Verstappen on the last lap. Great reaction time from Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, Lewis locked the rear wheel, spun up a bit as he went into, moved up through the gears, but he still got away really well. The leaders then were neat and tidy through it. Antonelli and Stroll very nearly got together in the midfield, but saved it. And it's a little bit further. So this is where Norris, if you can see in the second of
Here's
the
our second shot on the 8th.
Around the outside of George Russell. And we're about to see what happened to Norris. So, yeah, he got right on the... He didn't lock up as much.
Come on, is this going to go? Come on.
Tyres on the dirt, and that is what
6-foot
cost Norris.
putt for him.
There's 2 places down there. We're going to see it again now.
Okay, giving another putt over to your opponent. That's fine. Let's move on.
Did not need to be out there. Nobody was
Come on
pushing
now.
that,
This putt to save.
George Russell says thank you very much. Nipped on the inside.
Okay, let's head to the next.
And here comes George
and
Russell
that hole will
into
be
the hairpin.
halved.
That's his move on Leclerc.
Good skills, mate.
Yeah,
Here's Justin Thomas on the tee. Let's see what he
Certainly
does.
enjoying himself out there. The gap out in front now down to 0.9 of a second as the cars cross the line, and that means that brings Verstappen back into potential DRS range.
Absolutely. So they might yo-yo around a bit as they're using their battery power aggressively, or then they've got to charge them back up again.
Well, this should be fun. Let's see what happens here.
At the moment, you're right, Verstappen just staying in the DRS zone.
Yeah, Hamilton had to just push a little bit harder.
Well, this shot might go into the rough.
Lap as we watch Ollie
Unfortunately, that one just
places.
snuck its way into the deep stuff.
Part, of course, in the
All right, this one's about
Dampier
85 yards
South
out.
In 2024, Liam Lawson right at the back with Jack Doohan just ahead of him, and Esteban Ocon in the other Haas, currently 17th. Isaac Hadjar in his first Formula One race, because he didn't take part in the race, if you remember, in Australia, currently settled in 16th place.
I kind of expected the McLaren of Norris to stroll past Stroll's Aston Martin, but he's not. He's tucked up there in 9th place, not making any, in fact it looks like he's falling off the back of the Aston a bit in the far distance.
Yeah, Aston Martin running 2 different rear wings. There's a gurney flap to put a bit more downforce on Fernando Alonso.
Hitting into an elevated green.
Having a bit more top-end speed, and that could be one of the reasons that Norris is struggling to get past. But this could be a bit of a slow burner until the tyres
I don't think you're going to make it here out of the rough.
Round about lap 12 or so.
Yeah, what a difference a week makes. I never saw a lap last
8
week
feet
in
to the
Melbourne.
cup.
Clearly did not have the car dialed in. I never saw a lap
Oh.
that looked like Lewis Hamilton or Ferrari. Or
And if this next putt drops, he will go to 4
and
up.
this week they've turned up here.
Okay, you gave that putt to your
like a
opponent. That's a good call.
completely
I would have
different
done the same thing.
Absolutely. Now,
We
what is
lose the
interesting
hole,
at
but we
this
move
moment
on
is
to the
that car
next.
there, that
Another
Meyer
chance at
McLaren
glory.
of Oscar Piastri.
All right, you didn't win that hole, but
Slowly
we'll
is starting to
come through to the
reel
next
in
one. What do you
Max
think?
Verstappen. Keep a watch on
All
that.
right,
As
here
we now
comes
keep a
Justin
watch
Thomas on
Liam
the tee.
Lawson into the hairpin. Is that last of the late breaking Lawson style? Might well be, you know, as he bangs wheels.
Little less than
with the
pure on that
Alpine
swing.
Of Jack Doohan and gets past.
Yeah, a bit of a braille overtake there, wasn't it? But
Okay,
it was,
let's smash this one out there.
Doohan will say he was pushed off the racetrack. The race director might well be having a look at that.
Well, that won't work.
Car off the ground.
Here's our second shot
Yeah,
on the 10th.
That was more of a mugging than an overtake, but he's got the position.
Yeah, so close to Doohan. I don't know if he was trying to overtake it or where his car, quite frankly. But the thing is,
And that will
Lawson did
play.
go off the track.
Thank you very much.
It has been noted.
And
the cause of
from
collision. He didn't
the
go
deep
off the track,
stuff.
so he wasn't leaving the track and gaining an advantage as such. But keep a watch on this as there goes Isaac Hadjar on Gabriel Bortoleto, the two that raced against each other and fought out for the title in F2 last year. They're banging wheels going into the hairpin in Formula One as Bortoleto stays just ahead, and Piastri is now within DRS range of Max Verstappen. He's gaining steadily but surely on the Red Bull in front.
And we do know the McLaren is very good on longer runs at looking after its tyres, and that's going to be key all through this event.
So Hamilton leads 1.3 seconds or so ahead of Verstappen. He led the first 8 laps of the sprint last year before Verstappen passed him en route to victory. Going very wide there is the Haas of Esteban Ocon. Verstappen has now got Piastri for much closer company. We're on board with Kimi Antonelli, who's well within DRS range of the Racing Bull. Ahead of him that is Yuki Tsunoda.
What's going on with Lando? He's just trailing around there in 9. He's dropping away a little bit from Lance Stroll, if anything. Ted, what do you know down there?
Hi, Martin Highcrofty. Yeah, just looking up and down the pit lane, lots of discussions on the
with that
McLaren
chip
pit wall. It's all about looking after that front left tyre at the moment for Lando Norris.
He's a long ways out here with this next putt.
For Yuki Tsunoda, by the way,
maybe he misses.
Tsunoda's starting to hold up.
I think this one's going
Antonelli,
left to
Stroll
right.
And Norris just in the dirty air of Stroll, not able to make any impact while he's starting to look after that front left. But yeah, up ahead, Max
Looks like he's
Verstappen
put a good
being
stroke
dropped
on it.
Even more now by Lewis
Nothing
Hamilton.
wrong with that putt.
Still the name of the game for the
got
Ferrari.
this
though,
putt
up
to win
front.
the hole.
Protect that front left.
And your
Make
opponent's
sure there's
giving
life
you
in
that
it
putt,
towards the
we
end
can
of the
head
sprint race.
to the
What's
next.
interesting, Verstappen in the middle part
Okay,
of the
making
lap
up
is
some
finding
ground
a
on your
little bit
friend
more
after
pace to
that hole.
Piastri.
Good to see.
So as the
Okay,
Red Bull
careful
of
out
Liam
there. We got a
Lawson
tailwind.
is, making gains once again. This time it's Esteban Ocon in the Haas and Lawson up to 17th place. Yeah, Piastri.
Well, let's hope this does not find the rough, but not sure yet.
But through the middle sector,
Whoops.
Verstappen was just keeping a couple of
All right,
tenths
let's see what
ahead.
Justin
But I
Thomas
do
does
wonder
with this tee
if
shot.
that McLaren is starting to find its grip, find the right working temperature for those tyres, and the deficit is now under 0.7 of a second.
Yeah, of course the sprints are shorter, but we're not halfway through this one yet. So no further action for that Lawson-Doohan contact down at the hairpin. The stewards or the race director happy with that.
Loving this Bortoleto-Hadjar battle, almost on the extremities of the track.
Second
there
shot
is,
here on the
Isaac
11th.
Hadjar, Bortoleto just staying ahead. Hadjar's got the inside line. Bortoleto is going to keep fighting that one and manages to
This
hold
one's
on
out of
to
the
that
rough, but
15th
might not be
place
making it
as
to the green.
Lawson now joins in
And this
with
shot's
the
about
battle
110
on that
yards to the
particular,
pin.
front. Piastri, you can see Verstappen just ahead of him, or gets an advantage with DRS down that back straight. Verstappen, though, has DRS on Lewis Hamilton, and that is vital for him to protect that second place, and a second place that will take him, if Lando Norris doesn't score, to level on points with Norris in that championship battle. On board now with the Red Bull. The Red Bull in second place of Max Verstappen, and he's gaining on Hamilton. So is Hamilton starting to suffer a little bit with tyre wear?
How's everyone else's front?
Yips.
I'm ready.
So visually, yours do look slightly worse than people.
But then I need some help, don't I? Because I'm just driving so slow and killing the tire.
Yeah, well, normally
And if this
in the
next
Grand Prix,
putt
you
goes
say just
down,
back off
he's
and
going
help
to
protect it. You
go
can't
to
do that
4
in a
up.
sprint. Look at this, Martin.
I think this
Top
one's going
three
left to right.
Separated by 1.5 seconds when they cross the line.
Yeah, and we've got 4 different chassis in the top 4. That's going to be the story of what I know is going to be an epic season of Formula 1 racing. As it ebbs
And that
flows through
eagle
different
putt will
circuit
drop.
layouts and temperatures and
And your friend's
challenges,
4 up
that are
after that
places,
one.
But, that's worrying then. We were wondering why Lando is falling
All right,
away
Justin
from
Thomas teeing
the
her
Aston
up here.
Martin.
Let's see what
He's damaged
happens.
his front left already. Front left graining. It's a clockwise circuit. There are a lot of fast right-handers, and that is where you punish. That's where you rip the surface of the tyre. You can drive through it. You can recover what's underneath the graining, like, as Ted always describes it, like the end of like a pencil eraser.
All right,
breaking
give
away.
this
And that
a
is what
rip.
they're failing. You can see the marks on the towards the inside. There it is. That darker patch.
And that was a
towards the
drive.
inside
Wow,
of
I
Lewis's
can still hear the
front
echo.
left. And he's really grained up and beginning to struggle.
Yeah, it looks like a dip
Okay,
move, doesn't
second
it,
shot here on the 12th.
On the inside of
And
the
you
tyre.
want this
Piastri
one to
lost a
stick
heap of
nice
time
on
in the
that
middle
green. Bit of a
sector,
down slope
to
where we
Max
want to land
Verstappen.
this.
That's why he's dropped out of DRS range. I also wonder, is he dropping back to protect his tyres a little bit, see how this squabble goes, and then make a charge in a few laps'
Let's
time?
see how he
Lewis
does
really
out
struggling
of
with
the
the front of
sand.
that Ferrari now. Max is smelling Ferrari blood there, isn't he? And Lewis needs to keep him behind somehow, such that he's damaging Max's tyres in the turbulent air coming off the back of that Ferrari.
Kimi Antonelli is right on the tail of Yuki Tsunoda. We're on lap 9 of 19 here in the 2025 Shanghai Sprint, which is almost a carbon copy, albeit in sunshine rather than showers, of the sprints from 2024. It was
all right, this is his third shot.
Max Verstappen passed Lewis Hamilton and went on to take the lead in 2024. We're on lap 9 now, and that Red Bull is getting ever closer as we go to Sky Race Control and Bernie Collins. Oh, 2 secs, Bernie.
Play with lines, but just don't let that result in a
Oh, look at this. Is he going to get it to drop?
So
all right, staring down a birdie putt here. And this one looks like it's going uphill and to the right.
The road, you will damage, you'll pop the tyres into a zone.
Oh, look at this thing.
And Hamilton,
from that distance, that's going to work. And your friend's 5 up after that one. And let's see what Justin Thomas does off the tee.
Picked up on there. It's all about tyre management in this. Lots of discussion across a lot of radios about the temperature that the tyres are operating at. Some teams have been told that these few laps is crucial. This is the peak temperature these tyres will see. It's a bit of lift and coast
not
through
the
this section,
purest of
and then
strokes.
hopefully be fit to push a little bit more later on.
Well, let's see what we can do on this one.
Wears down gradually on that tyre and it begins to become more manageable.
Can you hear the cheers as we go on board here with a wonderful battle? Carlos Sainz, Isaac Hadjar and Pierre Gasly. And Isaac Hadjar is ahead of Gasly, so he's fought off Gabriel Bortoleto. He's got ahead of him.
No, that's not a great one.
Off a car there, and I wonder if that's a bit of front wing end plate as Hadjar was moving around down the straight, and he's been passed once again by Pierre Gasly, with Bortoleto now getting interested, and Lawson as well.
Lawson doing exactly what he needs to do in this race, and that's just show he can move forward. He's out of position on the grid for the potential pace of the car. The other one's up in second place, but this is exactly what Liam Lawson needs to be doing.
But he needs to be doing it for Red Bull a lot further up the grid. That will come in time, I'm sure.
I mean today, really, but yes, you're absolutely right.
Kimi Antonelli leading the battle of the rookies, but he's stuck still behind Yuki Tsunoda in 7th place. Let's just have a little look at
setting up here with an elevated green. Might need some more club.
Bortoleto is the car on the left-hand side, and that's rubbing against the side pod this time for Liam Lawson.
It's a high-risk one, that, coming from so far behind, but yeah.
And that was
okay, we're back in the fairway. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Now let's hit the green.
Presumably from a
and this shot's about 100 yards from the pin.
Yeah, that's the wrong one.
So here comes Piastri Part 2 on Max Verstappen. He's got DRS. He's now half a second behind the Red Bull. Hamilton, maybe he's got through that graining phase and is looking a little bit stronger, but he's pulled away from Verstappen, who's starting to struggle again.
He is. Verstappen suddenly got close to Hamilton. We're talking about all the turbulent air you can never see unless it's raining. And it looks like it might have just tipped the tyres over on the Red Bull as well. Piastri was 2.2 off the lead a while ago. He's now 1.8 off the lead. Don't count him out for a victory yet.
Still plenty of time as Verstappen goes very wide at the hairpin, trying to slow the car down. Just for one moment, Oscar Piastri thought a gap was emerging, but he backed off, and he's going to get DRS down that back straight.
Next
he's got enough top line speed. That
to
could
win
be
the
an
match.
overtake into the hairpin.
And I think this one's breaking to the left.
Piastri's McLaren looks a little bit ugly, doesn't it? It doesn't look
and from there, not a bad result.
Else's, but what he spotted
there for the save.
Both Max's front tyres are badly grained now.
So back just to Pierre Gasly for a moment. We saw
and if
this
he sinks
while
this
we were
next
riding
putt,
on
he
board.
takes
Carlos
the
Sainz
match.
in the Williams has Gasly coming right at him, and then Isaac Hadjar is in the midst of battle too, and that's a scrap for 13th place. That's where Gasly is. Sainz currently down in 14th. The Sainz now got ahead.
Okay, you need this to win the hole.
Of Isaac Hadjar.
Okay, your opponent's going to give you that putt, and you'll take the hole. We're going to go to the next.
Piastri makes his way.
Okay, your friend's 4 up on you after that one.
The final
wind blowing left to right on this hole.
Verstappen again, it's still that half a second.
Looks like this one's
Here
going
comes
left.
The racing balls on Carlos Sainz. He's really struggling out there in the Williams. And that's a fairly simple overtake.
All right, Justin Thomas teeing it up here.
Might make it 2 moves that is made on Carlos Sainz in the 1 corner. He does, picks up the pieces and moves ahead as Carlos Sainz is told to pit and I would imagine retire from the sprint.
Yeah, he was slower than sloping down the straight for some reason, Carlos Sainz. So whether he's got the beginning of some gremlins there, or they're going to just throw some tyres
8-iron.
It's kind of no point really, is there?
Well, unless you get a safety car that bunches everyone up.
Okay, this is a very long putt for him.
So far,
I think it's braking to the left.
A bit of banging wheels, but not too badly. We're back on board with Oscar Piastri. They have thrown a new set of wheels, another set of mediums.
Looks like he started this one out right.
Williams and Sainz is back into
and
the race
the putt
again.
doesn't
pit stop
go.
Practice 2.4 seconds for the Williams.
This one's 26 feet out. All right, that's what we like to see. Your opponent is graciously giving you that putt. We're going to head to the next. See what happens on the 15th hole of this course.
At turn 13, that little bit better, and putting a bit of distance between himself and Piastri. The Piastri can't quite claw back enough to get level or ahead into this hairpin.
To be honest, all 3 of them.
And this is Justin Thomas on the tee.
Imagine this in the Grand Prix tomorrow when you're carrying a lot more fuel as well. Probably hotter again.
How can we help? Do you have any pace?
No. I'm flat out.
That's a worry for Lando Norris. It really is.
Bit of an awkward swing.
Piastri down the main straight, comes off that final corner a lot better than the Red Bull and makes an impression. But coming out of the turn 13, he's not getting close enough to Verstappen.
They're so slow through these corners now with no grip. They have to wait so long before they can pick the throttle up.
And out in front, Lewis Hamilton extending his advantage. Lap 13 of 19 as Hamilton powers on out in front and bidding to win his first race for the Scuderia. Ferrari have never won a sprint race before, and Lewis Hamilton, at his first attempt for the Scuderia, might just end that streak. He's not got long to go, but I'm sure even he's feeling the tension out in front as Verstappen feeling the pressure from Piastri. George Russell has been forgotten about by the top 3, currently running in a solid 4th.
Okay,
Leclerc
this one's about
running
105 yards
Tsunoda
out.
Holding off Antonelli for 6 in a Racing Bulls. It looks like a really handy car with Tsunoda at the wheel today. Stroll hanging on for a point at the moment after a 6 in Australia, and Lando Norris not getting close enough to make an impression there, and Stroll was in DRS range now of Kimi Antonelli.
Piastri in DRS all the way down the back straight. Will he have a bit of a lunge? A bit too far away. He'll get another dose of DRS down the pit straight as well. He's hunting the Red Bull down.
I think that's as close as Piastri's got into that hairpin.
The shot's about 80 yards out.
Down the main straight as the flags wave for Lewis Hamilton. Starts lap 14 in the lead. Here comes Piastri and Verstappen. Verstappen's going to try and force him the long way rounds. I think Piastri saw that coming.
Come on,
this is
kick
defensive mode for the
Approach
world
shot
champion
worked out
Max
just
Verstappen,
fine.
under all sorts of pressure going into that first corner.
Yeah. He sort of moved in, didn't he? Moved into the zone down the back straight, but Max saw it coming and say, closed him off, moved. It wasn't a late move, it was a fair move by Max. And
well, I'm sure Oscar's struggling in that turbulent wake as well.
he lost a lot of time with traction coming out of 6.
3/10 he's lost in that first part of the lap, and I wonder if he was just too close to the Red Bull, disturbed by the turbulent
All
air.
right, sink this and you'll take the hole. And now that your opponent has conceded that one, we can move to the next hole. You gotta like that. You're making up ground on your friend after that hole. The wind's a little blustery, blowing right to left on this one.
He's gaining a bit on Lance Stroll. He might yet be able to take a point there, but Stroll with the DRS behind Antonelli is keeping him keen.
This fight is giving
well, that was never going to be good.
Space to check out his tires.
JT is teeing it up here. Let's see what he does.
And again, then Piastri with DRS. He'll get DRS down the pit straight again. Will he get close enough to be able? And he's gone a little bit wide in T14 hairpin. That's put him a few tens of meters back, and that'll take away his run down to the first corner.
In Australia, in the closing stages, Verstappen was hunting down a McLaren. Here in the closing stages of the sprint, a McLaren is hunting down Verstappen, and this time it's Oscar Piastri as he takes a little wider line going through that first corner. Maybe that is the way to
going
avoid
for the
being hit by
green.
the turbulence coming off the back of the Red Bull. Hadjar trying to make an impression on Gasly, can't quite get past there, and Piastri this time around a lot closer to Verstappen.
Shot here on the 16th.
Hairpin at turn 6.
And Sainz on fresh tyres is 2 seconds a lap faster than the leading trio. Shows you how much their tyres are hurting, but of course a pit stop would be crazy for them out front. They've just got to tolerate it and somehow get it to the line.
Okay, you might want to just send some positive thoughts into the universe before you take this putt on. Way out there. This one's a doozy. There you go. Nothing wrong with that putt.
And I'm kind of hoping for him now. If he sinks this, he wins the match.
I think this one's breaking to the left.
Out in front, Hamilton now 2.5 seconds clear in the Ferrari.
Piastri ever closer then going on to the back straight. Now he'll get the rear wing open. This is his big
about 8
chance.
feet from the cup. Okay, we don't even have to putt that one out. Your opponent has given it to you.
And he needs this next putt to win the match. Sorry.
From the reigning world champion, McLaren move
and if he sinks this next putt, we're going dormy, folks.
Now Piastri's got a chance to get after the Ferrari. He's got some nice clear air in front of him. But of course, if your front tyres are hurting,
and after that one, your opponent is one up for the match.
Zones as well.
Okay, par 3, 17th hole is next.
I was going to say Verstappen coming back a bit at Piastri there, but he can't make the move. Meanwhile, Norris is as close to Lance Stroll as he has been ever since he got
that was a little awkward on the swing there. Well, you can't hit them all. Okay, let's see what Justin Thomas does off of this tee.
Knew where he was going, made his mind up early. Verstappen couldn't defend.
Max was super fair there. You know, sometimes we talk about his tactics, but he was almost generous, I would say. But he knew he didn't have any tools to really fight going into that hairpin. So don't waste time. Don't risk contact.
And this is our second shot here on the 17th.
Another move into that hairpin shortly, because Kimi Antonelli has got a lot closer here to Yuki Tsunoda. I think Tsunoda's struggling, and Antonelli's front left tire looks a little bit angry as well.
Even in clear air, though, Hamilton 6/10 faster than Piastri in the middle sector of the lap. Lewis has got this one under control.
He knows a thing or two about managing tyres, does Lewis Hamilton.
All right, if this goes down, you're packing.
On his way, Hamilton to those 105 wins that he's picked up in his Formula 1.
All right, let's go. This one for the par.
This will
I think it starts off straight enough, then turns a bit to the right.
In spectacular style, and he's got just a few more laps to try it as we now look.
And we are all square after that hole.
Replaced him at Mercedes, Kimi Antonelli chasing after Yuki Tsunoda.
Okay, this hole we got a tailwind to deal with.
Stroll holds off comfortably. Lando Norris, and Norris is going to fight him right to the end. George Russell is starting to gain a bit on Max Verstappen. He's taken 1.6
Here's Justin Thomas on the tee. Let's see what he does.
Verstappen's advantage on the previous lap.
Hamilton's lead now, as you can see, over 4 seconds on Piastri. Piastri's tyres are shot through, but he looks like he's got enough speed to keep Verstappen at bay.
Yeah, because Verstappen is really struggling, as is Yuki Tsunoda. And he's got Kimi Antonelli right behind him as we race to the checkered flag here. And we could still get
we've found your friend here in the deep rough. Let's see how he does.
Charles Leclerc is keeping tabs, by the way, with George Russell. He's taken 4/10 out of Russell on the first sector of this latest lap.
It's a bit like last weekend. We barely mentioned George Russell. He was sort of just out of the picture, wasn't he, all through the Grand Prix.
So, Hamilton from Piastri, from Verstappen, Russell and Leclerc, the top 5, and still Leclerc gaining on George Russell.
Okay, and as we set this one up, it's deep into this rough. Just wanted you to know.
Ollie Behrman, Gasly dancing around the outside of the hat in the first couple of corners. He took a wider line and carried more speed with it. There's Hamilton checking out in front. Piastri, a decent gap between
might not be enough from the rough. Well, missed the green on that one, but I've already forgotten about it.
To the Ferrari speed.
I wonder what Leclerc is thinking. He can see up ahead the leader, his teammate, fresh to the team, pulling away. way.
I think he's thinking, I wish I was out there with it. But
here we go, 35 feet away.
Pole position for Lewis Hamilton, only fourth for Leclerc. He's dropped back after being overtaken by Russell in the early stages. Ted, to you.
The tension,
well, it wasn't your best swing.
Just looking at Fred Vasseur, hunched over his desk, glued to the screen, crofting. What's Italian for tyre whisperer? It's clear
Let's
that
get out of
Lewis
this.
has
This is
taken that
a little
skill with him
spinachy for my
from
liking.
Mercedes to Ferrari. This is what he came to Ferrari for, to win. All right, you can say it's only a sprint race, but what a performance by Lewis Hamilton. And as you say, just closing out this the sprint race now.
And what's Italian for validation? Because there are a lot of people who said that Lewis would last less than a year.
Straight OB.
It was a terrible mistake.
Setting up here in the rough, and it's a deep lie. No two ways about it. And setting up now in the deep rough.
Point is precious this season in what should be a really
from
tight
the
battle.
rough. Not sure you caught enough of the ball here. Well, we're still in the rough, but we'll get there. And sorry to say, but if he sinks this, he wins the match.
Hamilton's into the
I think
hairpin.
this putt's going to break to the right.
Into the hairpin, his teammate barely in the DRS zone. Charles Leclerc down in 5th place. Hamilton rounding the final corner now to start his final lap of this sprint race, comfortably out in the lead.
They've added 75 metres to the DRS zone, but it's not exactly transforming it down there either, is it? Surprisingly.
No, they could maybe add another 75 to give us a bit more overtakes, although we had 24 overtakes that were non-DRS assisted in the Grand Prix last year, the highest of any track in 2024. With DRS, Leclerc closes up to George Russell. Into turn 2 we go, and there's barely
here he comes out of the deep rough.
Between
see how he deals with it.
Cars, and Russell's in real trouble.
Oh, we've got a problem in turn
4?
30.
Just joking. It's out of bounds, though.
I cannot turn the car off.
That might be a bit of an old message, because it looked pretty drivable now as into the hairpin we go. Wheel to wheel, Leclerc has to just back off a little bit. Russell manages to stay in front.
He's in the deep stuff here. He's buried in there. Let's see how he does.
Onto the back straight. So obviously when tucked up underneath the Mercedes, the car's just skating off the road, front sliding across the road.
Brilliant battle between the Mercedes and the Ferrari. See how Leclerc trying to get out of that slow corner at turn 10 has just dropped back a little bit.
That one's out of bounds.
See what happens.
This one coming out of the deep rough.
And see if he tried to take a bit of curb. Oh, yeah, look how much time he's lost through there. He tried to take a bit of curb to pull the car in, but it didn't work.
He is struggling as he enters the back straight. His teammate is ready to celebrate.
Okay, match play coming down to the wire. If you still have the hole at the end of this one, the closest to the pin will take the match. All right, let's see what he does off the tee in this playoff.
In scarlet red, Lewis Hamilton wins for Ferrari for the first time, and that very much suits you, sir. In second place, Oscar Piastri, decent drive from him. Max Verstappen couldn't fend off the McLaren, finishes third. It is George Russell holding off Charles Leclerc for 5th. Yuki Tsunoda still holding off the challenge of Kimi Antonelli to finish 6th. Antonelli 7th.
Okay, let's get this tee shot inside of our competition.
And the new era for Lewis
advantage
Hamilton
in this playoff.
at the second race of Asking is off and running. He's a winner in the scarlet red.
All right, you won't be closest to the pin on this playoff hole, so we're going to have to take this one the old-fashioned way and not win in a tiebreaker.
We'll see a replay of that, but that's not the way Jack Doohan would have wanted to end.
Oh no, brutal.
Yeah, a bit of debris left on the track. Doesn't matter now because.
All right, he needs this to go down to win.
So
looks like this one's breaking to the right.
Yeah, either he was overtaking or somebody was overtaking him.
Late lunch on Gabriel Bortoletto.
Yeah, and he just locked his. As he had full lock on, his front axle locked, which they're a bit prone to doing.
Watch the Haas of Esteban Ocon. I think he got a bit spooked by that, and then it all unraveled.
Yeah.
There you go, Martin. He's a winner again, and in a sprint race for the first time, Lewis Hamilton takes the victory. This will mean a huge amount.
It's a P1, baby.
Great job, guys. Woo. Yes. Good job, mate. Well done, mate.
Good job, Lewis. 5 minutes.
Conrad.
It was masterclass for tyres management.
Yeah.
Oh,
bodes well for the
almost
Grand Prix,
hold it
doesn't
out.
Although, of course, they'll bring the hard
This one
tyres
for
in.
par?
The white mark hard tyres, but I'm not sure with this new track surface and the speeds they're carrying, and then throw in, you know, nearly 3 times as much fuel. That's it's going to be, and we're expecting, as I said, hotter temperatures.
Well done, Oscar. Good job, mate. P2.
Good results. Yeah, I think there's some good learnings for tomorrow. So yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for the car.
He's always horizontal, Oscar. That will pay great dividends through his Formula 1 career. So yeah.
Ooh, it almost went down.
Now they've got some time to have a reset.
Okay, lining up an 8-foot putt.
Sprint weekends, isn't it? And now they've got to think about qualifying. They're out of Parc Ferme, obviously. All big reset. Go for quali and start again now.
Lewis Hamilton into the winner's position.
Come on.
For the first time, car number 44 in the Scarlet.
And now setting up for the double.
Celebrate and have all the emotions that accompany that. And then have to think about qualifying for the Grand Prix. He's already had 6 Grand Prix poles at this Shanghai circuit in the past. Listen to the crescendo of noise for Lewis Hamilton.
But safe to assume that your opponent is going to win this hole in the matchup. If you concede the hole to them, we can keep things moving smoothly, which is nice for all parties involved. Up to you, though.
And that's all for the Gulf today, I guess.
Of Melbourne as well.
And this is his look at the potential playoff winning putt right here.
Why they spent so much money on it.
Yeah, that was, as they said, as his team said, a masterclass. Got it off the line. And that was really almost where that race was won. Actually was in qualifying yesterday. So you've got track position. You're the one throwing out the hot, turbulent air towards your rivals on a day where
this could secure his win in this playoff.
Beyond the limit.
Yeah, I think this one's breaking
Oscar
to the left.
Piastri, master of consistency as per usual. That's his 3rd consecutive top 3 finish in the sprint format. Scored more points today than he did in the Australian Grand Prix. Look at those saves.
And he's got this to win in a playoff.
Racing Dad.
Looks like this one's breaking to the left.
Been for many years now. And if they can emulate that in the Grand Prix tomorrow, that's well, there really will be some limbs down in Parc Ferme and some scenes there. Max Verstappen, tyres just went on the Red Bull. Nothing he could do to fend off Piastri. It was just managing his tyres to the end to keep Russell and Leclerc at bay. Leclerc was fighting back to try and
with that
George
missed
Russell.
shot, it will be a win for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, Leclerc ended
All
up
right,
a
that
dozen
will
seconds
do
behind
it for me.
Hamilton,
I am
19
pleased
that
with your
race.
performance. I'm glad you were able to pull out the win on this playoff hole. And
Carlos Sainz,
I mean, you had to match the whole way. Let's be serious. Great work. We'll see you next time.
Managed to pick up 17th. You don't get any points for that, but 17th with a pit stop.
Well, they were all pointing in the wrong direction, weren't they? Yeah. Were the ones he passed at the end. But yeah, anyway, it's given them some information for tomorrow, and they clearly didn't need those tyres at Williams.
He's experienced so much in his years in Formula One, Lewis Hamilton. This is something of a novelty, winning for Ferrari. I'm sure loving every single moment. As you say, qualifying in a race to come this weekend is certainly not done. Liam Lawson